Welcome to the Tallia Show. My name is Tallia, coming to you from Kingston, Jamaica. I'm currently at Tony Kelly's studio in Jamaica. And with me is the very beautiful Khalia. She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
It is good to meet you. I think the first time I was talking to you, I was like, where's that accent from? Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Jamaica, but I moved to London when I was 6. Mm-hmm. So I spent basically most of my life there, but I'm back home now.
You're back home?
Yeah.
When did you come back?
2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 2 years. It doesn't seem like it, but yeah.
Do you miss London?
Somewhat, of
it's
course.
Cold, though,
it's
there.
My home, but I don't miss that exactly.
It's cold. I think London is cold like most of the year.
Yeah.
Most of the year. And every single time I go to London, it is always cold. How'd you survive there?
You need to go in, I would say June, July, August. Go in those months and you'll be nice.
But your summer is still cold though. For a regular person. Okay, for somebody who comes through from Jamaica and they come through and you're like, it's summer. They're like, summer? What you mean
summer? It's true, because now I've got used to this weather. Mm-hmm. It's like if I go and it's hitting 15, 16 in the Celsius, I feel like it's cold. But before I used to be like, bikini time.
Yeah. So you're good now in Jamaica. You're happy to be back?
Yeah, I'm so happy to be back. The inspiration here, I moved back for music because I got signed to Khalicious Music, and of course it's based here, so it made sense for me to move. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Enjoying it. All right, so who's Khalia?
Khalia is a brand new sound, fresh, fun, positivity, and just good vibes, good music. That's me.
Yeah. And you were on tour with Alborosie.
Yes.
How was that?
It was an amazing experience. I did the South American leg of his tour with him at opening. Mm-hmm. And the response, I mean, I know online, from what I can see, I have quite a lot of fans from South America, Brazil, Colombia, but I've never been there and performed. So actually going there and feeling that response, the love, it was amazing. Truly. Yeah.
They knew your songs?
Some of them, yeah. I mean,
times you were shocked?
Yeah, when I went to the biggest crowd that we did on the tour was the Jamming Festival, and it was about 40,000 people. Yeah. And I thought, it was in Colombia. I knew I had fans in Colombia, but when you see that many people, you're like, they don't know who I am. I'm new. And then the day after on Instagram, I see like a few people posting when they were in the crowd. Yeah. They're singing along while I was singing. And I was just like, wow, okay, people actually
know who you are, know your music. Yeah. You ever think of touring, like coming to Africa, Kenya?
Of course. I really, really want to come. Kenya, I know I have some fans there as well. Big up the Kenyan Massive. There's people in Ghana, in Nigeria, Uganda. So many places in Africa. I really, really want to come. So hopefully, really soon I can get there.
Yeah. And you've worked with the I-Octane too?
Yeah, we have a song called One Dance. That was actually, I think, the song that built my vibe, my buzz in South America, because I don't know, they really love the reggae vibe from me. So yeah.
Was that what you were always doing, or were you doing R&B, some neo soul here? What were you doing before?
No, dancehall is always my home and my heart. When I started recording, like when I was 15, I started off, singing R&B, that kind of thing, just kind of experimenting. But in the end, like dancehall always and reggae just always gave me that feeling of this is where I belong,
This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you're sticking to it,
of course.
Or do you want to explore other genres of music?
The thing is, my music is already a fusion. Like if you listen to it, it's sometimes hard to put into a genre, into a box, because there's so many influences. I've listened to, I still listen to every single genre that there is. Yeah. So of course my music is influenced by that. So it's not to say I'm gonna change and do this kind of genre. It's already a mixture, so
Tell us about Ocean.
Ocean is it's a female empowerment song. Yeah, and I wrote that song just out of kind of frustration. You know, people look at you and they think if you dress a certain way, you speak a certain way, you have certain fingernail, certain makeup, that you're not smart, you're not intelligent, and you're this and you're that, and it just irritated me. So I just put it on paper, and that was Ocean.
Ocean came out.
Yeah.
Ocean came out. Beautiful song. I was listening to it over and over and over again.
Thank you.
I was like, wow, this is a really lovely song.
Thank you.
All right, so I want to rewind to back when you were growing up. You said you moved. When did you move to London?
When
you
I
were
was
6 years old. So was music something you always wanted to do? Was it always around you? Did it come from a musical family? Because I feel like everybody in Jamaica comes from a musical family. Every single person comes from a musical family.
In church, you know, when you're walking into the church that my grandma goes to, if they're singing, you're gonna hear her voice. Like, seriously. But nobody in my family pursued music, but they can sing, and you know, they do that like in church and weddings, but they never took it as a career.
Seriously,
So growing up, I did always I wanted to entertain. I knew that much. My first memory of thinking what I wanted to be was maybe when I was about 3 years old, and Dancehall Queen, I think, came out, and I remember saying to my family, they were like, "What do you want to be?" And I remember saying, "I want to be a dancehall queen." Yeah, I remember that so perfectly. So yeah, I think that was my first, you know, love, or my first wanting to do something, but it was on the stage. I just knew I wanted to entertain. I wanted to perform. Yeah.
So did you do that in school? Like, in the choir, drama?
Yeah, you could catch me on. I did drama. I did music. I even dibbled and dabbled in dance.
Wow. Did you do ballet or just like regular dance?
Just regular. Popping and the locking.
Yeah.
But I always, you could catch me on the stage, like no doubt, all the time. Whether it was singing or acting, I was on that stage.
Was your family supportive of what you wanted to do?
Yeah, but of course, like I said, nobody in my family pursued music. So my family are quite academic. Everybody's been to university. Everybody's, you know, got degrees, and so that's the path that they wanted me to follow. And my mum always said, you know, you have to have a plan B. And of course, she was supportive with my music, but I don't think she was 100% until like, you know, recently when I moved to Jamaica. That's when she stopped asking me to go to university.
Did you want to do anything else apart from music? Like, did you have other passions? Or was it always music?
It was always music. I have a passion for fashion.
Yeah.
And you know, makeup and cosmetics and things like that. So, you know, maybe business wise, of course, but music is my first love, and it's my baby, so I
sticking to it.
Yeah.
till the end. It's always going to be music. All right. So you sit down and you write your music. Take us through that process of getting through to a song.
Well, it depends. You know, sometimes I'm here in the studio and the beat is being made while I'm writing. So whatever vibe I feel, like the first vibe I feel, I always go with it, because it's that thing of trust your heart. Yeah. You know, trust what you feel in life. If ever I had a bad feeling about going somewhere, like if I was invited to an event, I just felt like I shouldn't, you know, go. Anytime I went, something bad happened. So I taught myself, just trust your heart, just follow what you feel. So when I hear a beat, I just follow whatever vibe I'm feeling. I just go with that, and that's how the songs come about. Yeah.
What about like preparing for a show? Like when you have a performance, are you nervous? You one of those people who, you know, go through all the emotions, or you're just good? How'd you prepare for a show? Like,
I practice a lot.
In the mirror, or
when I'm at home, you know, if it's a case where we don't have a live band, and I'm doing a set by myself, I'm at home, I put my heels on, and I'm in the mirror and I'm practicing for hours. And I'm not nervous until I get
to the stage.
Other than that, I'm like, I can ace this. Then I get there and I'm like, ooh, I get a bit nervous. But once you get on the stage and you feel the love from the crowd, you know, there's nothing you can do but just give it your best. The nerves kind of fizzle away.
And that's how you did the tour.
Yeah.
I've been wondering how you did that tour, all these places, and these are new places. Was it your first time,
Yeah, everywhere was my first time.
Everywhere was your first time.
First night was Guatemala. And then that had been the biggest crowd for me, like prior to, ever.
Like before.
Yeah, so it was the same thing, I was ready. I had practiced my Spanish. I knew I was gonna say.
I had to say hello to people, goodbye.
Yeah. So, and once I was on the side of that stage, I was like, okay. But once I stepped onto the stage, the love was just so overpowering and overwhelming. It was just like my nerves were just. They just faded away because I just wanted to entertain. I wanted to show them a good time.
Yeah, and you did show them a good time.
Yeah, they enjoyed
you had fun, right?
Yeah, of course.
Designer. Song.
Yes, the new song out now. The video's just come out. It's one of those songs. It's a positive song again.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of, you're throwing out all that positive energy.
Yeah, you have to in life. Whatever you give out is what you get back. So I just want to absorb myself in this positive bubble and make people feel what I feel from music.
How you come up with that one?
I was here in the studio and the beat was being made. I didn't have anything in mind yet. I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw this girl in some designer shades and I just burst out Dolce and Gabbana and that was it. That's how that song came about. And I just thought I would flip it and just make it about not that designer clothes are they're bad, but it's not what defines
who you are,
your worth. Just because your pants aren't $500 doesn't mean you don't have $1 million heart.
Yeah. So. That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah, I've never said that before.
You need to keep that, write that down. All right, so what are you working on right now?
New music. Always. I'm literally always in the studio, and we're working on some visuals. Maybe one for Ocean. A new song I have called "Run This," which is on the Money Season rhythm, produced by Tony Kelly. Conscience is on it. Mr. G, Shaggy's on it. So yeah, I might put some visuals out for that, and we're just working, man, promoting, pushing. More shows coming up, things like that. So
will we get an album?
Everyone always asks. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not ready for it. I'm not. I want to build my fan base more, my following more. Yeah. I'm new, you know, so I think that a body of work that I put out, I would like it to be well received and well wanted, and I want people to want from me, and so it doesn't go to waste. So I'm just putting out singles now for people to get to know me.
We can't wait for that. How's it working with Tony?
It's fun and it's learning. Yeah, definitely.
Do you ever clash in the studio?
Sometimes you clash with everyone, you know. I think if you're not comfortable with someone, you're not going to clash. Like if your friends and your family, you're comfortable with them. So you have disagreements or things that you're not, but in the end, it's all about coming together and making something powerful, something positive always. But yeah, for the most part, I'm learning. And most of the time we're like agreeing, like when we were at Designer, it was like, I wish I had a video on that session. It was just like every line that came, because we wrote it together, the verses, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, say this, yeah. So it's a give and take, but for the most part, it's a really nice experience, and like I said, always learning, and I feel blessed. I am blessed.
All right.
Yeah.
Last word, straight into the camera. Young girl, young guy who's, watching you right now, who's going through a lot of struggles, or, who probably just wants to fit in, or who it's really hard for them to make decisions here and there. They don't know what they want to do. They're struggling. What would you tell them?
Follow your heart. Like, just follow your heart. Do not give up. And trust yourself. Trust what you... rush into that. Follow your heart. Trust yourself. Trust what you feel. And give the positive vibes, and it will come back to you. Trust me.
All right. Khalia, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you so much, Tallia.